We shall now have the address by Dr. T. Ramasamy, Secretary to the Government of India, Department of Science and Technology. Dr. T. Ramasamy is an acknowledged leader in leather science and technology internationally and is responsible for the development of policies and programs for attraction of talents for study and careers in science, stepping up of international S&T cooperation and development of public-private partnerships in R&D sector. He is an architect of Inspire program for Children of India, which is unique in quality and size in the international context. His contributions have earned him several recognitions, including the Padma Shri Award by the President of India. May I request Dr. T. Ramasamy to kindly deliver his address. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Chidambaram, the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, our enduring President, Dr. Baldev Raj, Professor Dandekar, Professor Len Sharma, several household names of the Indian engineering science community here, assembled here. The frightening assembly of powerful engineers in this country in the session today. Our President of the National Science Academy, Dr. Krishan Lal, past presidents of this great academy, friends, ladies and gentlemen, very, very good morning to you. I tried very hard to sit on the other side of the table today, and I was persuading Dr. Baldev Raj that I come to hear rather than to speak. But then Baldev Raj was, you know him, he's a very persuasive president, and he insisted that I should actually speak. But I look at this as an opportunity to actually felicitate the Academy on the 25th year of the celebration. Any celebration of a landmark of the kind of the 25 years, to me is in true sense a commemoration of a decision taken 25 years ago to establish this academy, and then the good work done subsequently by this academy over the last 25 years. So let me first of all once again thank those who thought of this academy 25 years ago and then worked in nourishing this academy all these years. One went back and looked at the number of engineering graduates that India used to put out every year 25 years ago, and then look at what we are able to do today. You will see a more than 25-fold expansion of the capacity of the Indian graduates. And I would like to felicitate all those who made that possible, and in a very significant sense this academy for having contributed in that sense to bring a value to the engineering education itself in this country. Of course, while we celebrate the 25th year in terms of through a felicitation mechanism that we have, we also ask ourselves what we do in the next 25 years, from the moving from the silver jubilee to golden jubilee. I think we have certainly expanded the engineering education in this country. We need to ask whether we need to do something special to put some quality into this engineering education. And in this, the academy has a very large role to play, because when I look at this audience, probably an assembly of some of the very best engineers of the world, all in one small little assembly here. This question is, how do we connect this great leadership that exists in this community to bring some quality into our education process? As a working for the Department of Science and Technology, we always worry about what we need to do more rather than what we have been able to do in the past. That's the nature of my job. When we have something like 700,000 engineering graduates coming out annually, and only 700 of them were doing PhD about 6-7 years ago. It used to bother as to whether there is a disconnect between education and research in this country, particularly in engineering arena. I am very happy that the number of people doing PhD in engineering outputs today has more than doubled in the last 5 or 6 years. So that's some good indication. I thought I'll share that some good things about engineering as a society that we are talking about. In terms of scientific outputs and publications, the highest growth in the last 5-6 years had been in engineering arena. We have emerged to be the 8th largest source of outputs in engineering research. But if you take the number of publications in the top 1% or some of the high impact making journals from engineering system, it has gone something like a 5.5 or 5, near 6-fold increase in the number of papers that figured in this process in the last 5-6 years. So there's a highest growth is in this mechanism. So that tells us that some of our engineering institutions have taken research a little bit more seriously in the last few years than before. These are indications, but the question here is how do we ensure that the academy is able to establish a facilitating mechanism, an enriching mechanism in not only increasing the output of engineering research, but the outcome of that research in the development process of this country. I also joined the Academy in congratulating our DRDO for this accomplishment. Just before I came here, I did send this congratulatory message from the department. But we need to perhaps ask ourselves the questions as to whether our role in the non-strategic areas can be enhanced significantly, because it affects the people more seriously. So whether it be in the area of energy or environment or agriculture, water or healthcare, there's a plenty that engineers could perform and do. Health research in the past had been left to people who have done education in medicine, but in today's world, the biomedical devices, engineering and technology demand a strong interplay between the engineers and healthcare professionals. And let me hope that we'll be maybe celebrate the next golden jubilee of the academy. We would be in a position to quantify the outcome of engineering education and research, and of course the value to the people of India. And I wish the academy the very best today. Thank you very much.